With regards to religious freedom, we see a huge push by rather radical lobby groups.
Christian beliefs are seen as a taboo. It's not an appropriate justification for a policy, or it's not an appropriate argument to support a position that you might hold.
The legal landscape 10 years ago was a lonely, lonely place. There wasn't a lot of us out there fighting for the ground.
There's a huge political debate about issues such as religious freedom, marriage and family, life questions. We have a huge political push to the liberal edges, really, of all these topics.
At the European Union level, they were passing, it seemed, every 6 months declarations promoting abortion.
For whatever reason, we spent decades not getting engaged, not really noticing what was going on. ADF International operates in the international institutions that exist around the world, that is the United Nations, the European Court of Human Rights, the European Union, and we quickly got to work on a number of legal cases and legal matters and saw a great deal of success once we engaged.
The way we've been able to marshal support and alliances at every level, we've had so many cases that have impacted the culture.
ADF International is present at the United Nations to serve and to assist member states that are working tirelessly for the protection of human life and the fundamental value of the family. We are not at the UN to impose an agenda of our own. Instead, we are there to work alongside member states to protect and to promote these fundamental values that the UN was created to do.
We want to be able to inform people, we want to be able to resource people, to be able to give people the arguments, the tools that they need to respond to these challenges, and that say there is a consensus.
As a former UN diplomat, I can say that it's important to have strong and healthy civil society collaborating with the different nations of the world. That's one of the purposes of ADF International in Geneva and in New York.
Seeing where we were 10 years ago to where we are now, it's amazing to imagine the possibilities of where we will be in 10 years.
We see that citizens wake up more and more. We have some governments that wake up more and more. Yes, it's a minority, of course, but if you look in history, it was never a majority who changed things. It was always coming out of a minority, out of a creative minority, of course, and a well-trained minority. But it's a minority that will set the trend.